Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to the video. Today's vehicle is a 2016 GMC Sierra. Some of you guys might recognize this truck already. Yes, it is the same owner of that old blue Chevy that I did a while back. But anyways, it's in for a full detail today, so let's have a look around.
Alright, so like most of the vehicles driving around on our wet roads right now, there's a fair bit of dirt that's accumulated around the truck, especially on the back. And then since it's a GM vehicle, I'll get to have some fun with the carpeted wheel well later on. And I'm moving inside, and from the floor mats to the seats and the cup holders, there's a healthy amount of dirt and grime all around this truck. And since I've done so many of these trucks, I know to pull the cup holders out so I can find the surprise that's hiding underneath. And now just before we jump into the video guys, take a quick second and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future videos like this one. I post a new video every week, so make sure you've got the bell on so you get notified when those videos go live. Alright guys, well it's time to get started on transforming this black beauty. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, so getting started with the pre-wash rinse on this big Sierra HD. And for those of you who are wondering what type of pressure washer I'm using, because I get that question all the time, I use a Honda GC 160. I've been using this for over 10 years and I absolutely love it. They're definitely fairly pricey, but I would highly recommend one as it's as solid of an engine as you can get. Moving to the back here where most of the dirt is, and one thing you always want to do is make sure you hit the trim so the spray can get underneath it to flush out any trapped dirt, because if you don't, it's almost guaranteed you'll see dirt running out later when you go to wash the vehicle, or worse, you'll see it after you've washed it and are ready to dry. Now turning to the wheel wells, and with this truck being lifted a bit, it certainly makes it a little easier to see what I'm doing and to get everything sprayed out. Though as you can probably see by what's accumulating on the floor, there is a fair bit of dirt that's trapped in these wheel well liners. Now for the wheels here, I'm using a variety of brushes to agitate the wheel and tire cleaner, including a mini version of the Speedmaster brush you always see me use. So if you guys are curious as to where you can find these brushes, I've got them all linked down in the description, so feel free to give them a look. Alright, so just before I get started on washing this truck, I'll get the floor mats cleaned up, and after spraying them off, I'll use some of my Meguiar's all-purpose cleaner diluted 4:1 and my soft wheel brush to get them nice and clean. And a little bit later in the video, I'll show you what I do to revive the look of these a bit, as they were fairly worn. Now for the foam bath, I'm using a few ounces of my regular car wash soap, which produces some nice thick foam. Then I'll go around the truck with a boar's hair detail brush and get down into all the crevices, like around the mirrors, the emblems, and of course behind the gas door, all the places my wash mitt is going to miss. So it looks like Mike must be a big fan of lifted trucks because he insisted on coming out to give me a hand with drying this thing. And we must have been listening to a really good song or something because Mike was sure bouncing around like a goof. Alright, so with all the personal items out of the truck, it's time to get the vacuum plugged in, and I think this was the first time ever where the seats almost had more debris on them than the floor did. Now it's always a good idea to take a good look under the seats before vacuuming because you'll usually find a few coins that you don't want to suck up, but this was the first time I've ever found more than a loonie or toonie. And in case any of you were wondering, every single penny I ever find in a vehicle is always returned to the customer. Now since it can be tricky to get the vacuum down into the cup holders to suck up any debris, the Detail Factory brushes I use are perfect for this as they come in 2 lengths, so using the shorter one I can agitate and make sure everything is loosened up and can be easily sucked away with the vacuum. And then they also come in 2 different stiffnesses, the boar's hair, which is perfect for agitating, and then the ultra soft, which is perfect for getting dust out from switches and on the dash. If you guys are looking for some really high quality brushes, I would highly recommend these Detail Factory ones. I've got the link down in the description, so feel free to give them a look. Now despite this truck having WeatherTech floor mats in here, these carpets were still just dirty enough to extract, and especially in the back right underneath the front seats, they were pretty dirty. So after getting some of my Chemical Guys Fabric Clean carpet solution sprayed on and agitated with the drill brush, I'll use the Bissell to suck it all away. And honestly, for the price, there is not a better extractor on the market. So if you guys want to feel the pure joy that I do when I use this machine, the link is down in the description. feel free to give it a look because getting to clean carpets with this thing is so much fun. Here's a quick before and after of this section of carpet, and it's back to looking brand new again. So I've had quite a few questions recently asking why I start with the carpets and don't work top to bottom in the interior. So if you're curious, I answered this question in my Q&A vid over on the second channel, the Detail Geek 2, and I also posted a new extraction compilation video over there a couple days ago. So make sure you go give those a look and subscribe to the second channel if you want to see additional content like that. Alright, so here's all the dirty water the Bissell pulled from these carpets, and unfortunately no layer of sludge on the bottom this time. Okay, so getting started on the interior trim, and after spraying on some of my Meguiar's D101 APC diluted 10 to 1. I'll agitate with a detail brush and then wipe everything down with a slightly damp microfiber towel. Quickly follow up with a dry one to get any remaining APC residue. Now for all the grime that was around the console and where the cup holders were, spraying on some APC and then blasting it with the steamer, which is incredibly useful for getting all the grime that's like stuck in the corners loosened up. Then I'll follow up with a detail brush to agitate everything and just simply wipe it all down with a microfiber towel. So since the steamer makes quick work of whatever I use it on, I'll also spray some 4:1 APC on the pedals and blast it with the steamer and the brush attachment to get them nice and clean. Now, not something that I do very often, but when I get floor mats that are super worn like these ones, I'll spray on some CarPro Pearl, and after leaving them overnight, bam, they look like brand new mats. Now turning to the leather seats and where a lot of the dirt and grime in this truck was, I'll use some of my Meguiar's D181 leather cleaner and a horsehair brush to agitate and really get down into the seams where all that crusty grime was hiding, and then simply wipe them clean with a dry microfiber towel. Then once I've gotten them clean, I'll follow up with some D180 leather conditioner to keep the seats feeling soft and supple. Now to really make the interior pop and give it some UV protection, I'm using my favorite product, and that's 303's Aerospace Protectant, which is going to dry to a nice matte finish and leave the entire interior looking incredible. Moving back outside, and to really add some gloss and depth back to this black paint, I'll apply synthetic paint sealant. And one of the super nice things about this Meguiar's Mirror Glaze sealant is how easy it is to remove. One of the last things to do is get some 303 applied to the tonneau cover and all the exterior plastic trim. And you guys know how much I enjoy getting to do this because it makes the cover look insanely good. Now, one thing I've done with every single Silverado or Sierra I've had in is apply some 303 to the tire wrench case that sits underneath the back seat. And even though I doubt any of my customers have ever noticed that I've done that, it's just something I couldn't leave untouched.
Good, how are you?
Not bad. Looks beautiful as usual.
Thank you. Yeah. Wasn't quite as bad as the last
farm
one,
truck.
but
But still got kids and everything else.
yeah,
so-
well, the seats are pretty dirty. So.
Yeah. Nice. Looks great, man. Good work.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Holy, you got the tonneau cover all shined up too.
Oh yeah.
Good work, man.
Yeah.
Right on. Good.
Okay, cool.
Well, thank you very much, man. Good work as usual.
Right on. Thank you.
We'll see you again before long, I'm sure.
Right.
Right on. Well, take care.
Yeah, you
Thanks
too.
again.
Yeah.
All right, guys, and 10 hours later, I've got this big Sierra looking sleek and sexy again. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you smash the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Enjoy the guitar outro, and I'll see you guys in the next one.